Guys, morning. Welcome to lesson 14, and this is the penultimate lesson. This is my second to last lesson in this business and entrepreneurship series, kind of giving people the fundamentals of business. Most people are doing business, and because there is not a legally required set of criteria like there is for a lawyer, for a doctor, for a nurse, for architect, for a plumber, where you go and you get a license, and then people come out here and have the best intentions, have the best goals, start businesses, but they're not able to figure it out, and they're not able to last, to sustain, to grow that business, so they can get to the point where they are not working in the business, but they're working on the business. Most people switch out their employee from being an employee to be a self-employed, punching the clock the same way, doing longer hours, having more stress, more problem, and that's not the idea of a business. You started a business to give you the income and the freedom. You need that latitude, you need that space to live your life. Life is not about working 24/7. Life is not about doing it for your kids. Life is about doing it enough so that you can live your best life, and there will be enough left over for the kids to live their best life, to do what they're called to do, to live a quality life, a high standard of living, to be able to take their lives to the next level. If you don't appreciate that, then you will work all your days and it will never amount to much for you, because you'll just miss life. So we're doing this series to help people to understand the principles, get some of those skill sets and some of those fundamentals nailed down, so they are not in a chaotic kind of wing it, stumble into ideas type of a deal. They will be able to know what they are doing and understand how to do it. So we're on the sales and marketing, and I have a couple of branches. I pretty much wrapped it up, but I have a couple of things on the sales and marketing that are like subtopics that I think are important to get into, because ultimately I think I'm speaking to a lot of people who are bootstrapping their business or who have some amount of funding, but they want to grow. Because as I said before, I learned this from this guy who used to go around, and I don't remember his name. It's this celebrity type of deal guy on TV that does bars, and he go in and restructure bars and make them profitable and flourishing again. And he said something once. He said that your business usually don't have an expense problem. You have a revenue problem, because some of the expenses you're looking at, there's nowhere you're going to change those. But if you can grow your revenue, then expense is just really proportionate, and expense is relative, and that's powerful. Expenses are relative. If you're buying something for $50, a tire, and you're selling it for $25, and you're making $25 gross profit, and you're having a staff that you have to pay $10, you are now at $15, and you have other expenses that's taking you another $10. You now have $5 left. Now you might want to have $10 left, and you start to complain that the cost of their staff is too much and the cost of that is too much. But if you can get your business to sell $80 and you make $40 profit, and you pay your staff $15, you still have $25. So what I'm trying to say is that expenses are relative. If you get the revenue, you don't have to worry about too much about the expenses, because you can cap out the expense at a certain point, but if you keep growing the revenue, then the profit that comes to you keep growing bigger and bigger and bigger. All right. So if you are to grow your business, you're going to have to get more customers, get more sales, get more revenue coming in, more transactions, and more profitable transactions. Now, there's a difference between growing and scaling. I want to go into the making more money from your business, but I'll do that on my last video. But now I want to kind of bring an idea to you about growing as against scaling, because I know small businesses often get misled because they look up at bigger businesses and think that the way bigger businesses grow, multinational billion-dollar businesses grow, that's how they have to grow too. So let's say there's a Walmart, and Walmart is thinking about growth. For the most part, Walmart will think about opening 15 other stores in a new development that happened in South Carolina or in Arizona or wherever. And they say, okay, there's a new development there. There's 2,000 houses being built, and the city is growing. Let's put a Walmart there. We're exposing ourselves to 25,000 customers. That's growth for them. Most small businesses, the owner working in the business, maybe they're a plumber, maybe you have a small commodity business and you're selling stuff, maybe you're a mechanic, maybe you're a barber. Growth for you is probably off the cards if you're talking about or trying to say, okay, I'm going to open 2 more barber shops, one in Jersey, one in California and stuff. That becomes a little bit tougher for you. And you have to get into funding, and it becomes complicated, and you have to hire managers to do them, and it becomes a real headache, or you can't wrap your head around that. You can't get the grasp of that. So growth usually suggests heavy expenditure, heavy investment costs upfront, and you might have to wait years to turn over that investment, to make back your money, to pay off those loans and get into profit. So growth for small businesses in most cases is usually not the fastest way to profit, or not the way they are looking to grow in the near future, in the short to medium term. Long term maybe yes, but you got to get those funds, you got to get a good flow, you got to be able to master the one you have now before you can think about getting a bigger business and expansion. So bigger business think mainly about growth. Small businesses like you and me, what we need to focus on is scale. Growth need high capital expenditure and a longer wait time to get ROI, which is return on your investment. Scale means you can invest a little bit more, not by doing any grand capital expenditure, meaning not by spending any huge sums of money, and you can grow your revenue. How do you do that? Okay, let's say you are a plumber and you fix pipes, and you have a community that you service, and you've built a customer base, and you're looking at about 20 people calling you every week. And it's costing you a regular running expense to go and fix these guys' pipes. 20 people, you make $100,000, and that's your weekly money. So let's say there's a new community, and you want to hand out flyers, or you want to do Facebook ads, or you want to do Instagram ads, or you want to start take referrals, or you want to go and approach the people and the developers to be contracted as the person who do their plumbing work. How do you get to that? Well, there are a couple of ways you can do that. When it comes on to scaling. So you can then say, all right, I'm going to take on this apprenticeship guy who is going to be a part of my plumbing company, and I'm going to train him, and I'm going to have him run. This thing needs 2 people. I'm going to have him run this section of the business. Right? And let's say the new market is equivalent. It's giving you on $100,000. And this guy is going to do that work. Now, he's now going to work to pay himself, because he's going to get paid from that $100,000. Remember, you didn't have the capacity to go and do it, because you can do 20 customers a week. He can do another 20 a week. All you're doing is paying him $20,000, and you're pocketing $80,000. That is scale. So you have made minimal investment. You have not upfronted a lot of money, but you are able to double your business. Get my drift? You have not put a lot of money up front, but you are able to double your business by the mere fact that you are able to add revenue to your company without making huge capital investment. That's the idea of scaling versus growth. So small businesses want to scale. You want to find ways to increase your bottom line without having to make huge capital expenditure. Because most people don't have that sort of money to invest in their businesses for it to go to that level, to grow it to another level. So that's what you want to think about. So you are going to have to now find a way to say, how can I skillfully earn more without having to get into big money spending on infrastructure and all that type of stuff. So this is what you want to do. You want to look at your business, think about growth, think about scale, not growth for now in the short to medium term, and then you want to nail down how you can get growth in your business, how you can get scale in your business. Scale is the holy grail. I'm not trying to rhyme or anything, but that's what you want to do. You want to scale. You want to scale your business. You don't want growth, because growth is heavy. If you focus on growth, you don't have the money, you frustrate yourself and you get yourself into more things that you're not ready for, that you can't take on, that you can't handle very well. So you want to look forward to ideas and ways that you can scale your business instead of ways you can grow your business. People confuse scale with growth. Scale means you can make more money by simply doing very low capital investment in your business. That is what you want to look into when you're going to increase, when you're trying to increase your revenue. So I'm telling you to think about scale, not growth. Think about scale, not growth. And I wanted you to understand that. So I don't know what type of business you might be in, but you have to now examine the type of business you're in and see how you can double your money, double your income, or triple your income by adding very little capital expenditure. It might be a staff, it might be a machine, it might be a few staff members, but you know that your ROI is getting high. But don't think about, okay, I'm going to open another branch, I'm going to just build this branch in that city to serve this, and if I could just open up this new branch, and if the bank would lend me this $2 million, don't do that. See how you can lift your revenue by adding product line, by getting more from the staff you have and more from the processes you have, or making small investments and increasing your revenue. Maybe that investment is ads. Maybe you need to start buying ads on social media. Maybe you need to start buying ads on wherever and channel you think will work for you after you do the analysis, and get in front of more customers. That is the goal. So you want to find a way to sell more, to get more money without increasing or without getting into heavy capital expenditure. Thank you guys. Always a pleasure. And thank you for listening to this. And I hope this is serving you. In my final lesson, I will go over a very important topic. You don't want to miss that one, because it will put it all together for you. And it's in terms of sales and marketing, and I might do a conclusion, which will be lesson 16, but yeah, we'll do a conclusion because I have some things to just tie it all together for you guys. So on my next lesson, I'll be going into how this revenue thing increase can all come together. I told you about scale, that's one way, but I'm going to give you a link and a connection when it comes on to sales and marketing. That's going to be golden for your business. So thank you guys. I look forward to seeing you on the next lesson. Thank you.